books? Right? Obviously, the obvious answer would be I have a book to offer. Of course you do. You're an author, but what else? What else? What else? What else? I think a lot of times authors get so stuck, especially if you're a new author, you can get so stuck in this idea that, or this way of thinking that, oh, I have to keep putting out books. And you can. The other day I was talking to an author and she has published 17 books. 17 books before she was able to make $50,000 in a year. 17 books. So you can take that route. You absolutely can take that route. But I want to give another perspective. And so before I jump into it, for those of you that are new here, what's up? I go by Miss Wynn. My name is Aurelia Wynn. I'm an author and publisher, the CEO and founder of hybrid publishing company Wynn Publications. This month, we'll have made 10 years that I've been in the book publishing industry. A lot of trial and error. This is one of the industries that, while there's a crap ton of information on self-publishing, if you ask for more depth in any other aspect of the book publishing world, good luck. It's hard to find out there. And so I'm like, let me do my big one and give you this information first. I like to put my clients first and their work first. And so I'll have people who ask me like, Aurelia, don't you write books and publish books? I do. I'm also an author, but I felt like I needed to put my clients first. I felt like I needed to learn the business of publishing and tell the authors that I work with, past, present, future, that I work with about the business of publishing. And then I can be, I guess, relieved to work on my author stuff, to work on my publishing stuff for myself. And so that's where I am, teaching authors the business of publishing. You know how to write a book. Chances are you know how to write a book. You got the publishing process down, whether you're doing self-publishing or you're, querying a traditional publisher, or you're working with someone like Wynn Publications, that's a hybrid publishing company. One thing about every author, however you publish, you need to know how to market your book. You need to know how to create a brand. You need to know how to sell books. And a lot of times indie authors are lost and confused when it comes to this. And that is okay. That is what I'm here for, to stand in the gap and to give you the tools that you need to succeed. So I am streaming live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you see me looking around, if I'm not looking at you, that is what's going on. Okay, so let's get into this. First thing first, how do you know what you have to offer as an author past your book? Well, you have to identify your strengths and your talents. So you're going to want to start with doing some self-reflection. And so actually today I have about, I've written my notes. I have about 10 different things to tell you about what you have to offer as an author. So number one is identify your talents and your strengths. Reflect. Write, journal. Okay, surprise, you're a writer, and you might have to do some journaling. You might have to do some self-reflection, some self-discovery to figure out what your unique strengths and talents are. Also, gather insights from other people, whether it be beta readers or writing groups and editors, ask them, hey, what are my strengths when it comes to my storytelling? What are my strengths as a person? What are my strengths? And really take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If someone's just telling you something that just like too sweet and just doesn't make sense, maybe they're just flattering you. Okay, whatever. But you never know. Go with what works for you. Also, review your past work. Analyze previous works to identify recurring themes, strong points, and positive reader feedback. Right? So you might want to look at reviews if you have them, look at comments if you have them, and personal notes on past books or stories. See what it is that others have said about you that they like and they enjoy, and take note of that. So that's number one. Define your strengths and define your talents and document those. Number two, define your author brand. Now, all week and even last week, we've talked about branding. We've talked about branding, right? So you have to know, and you know, if you've been following me, if you're not following me, go ahead and hit follow right now. You know that if you've been following me, you know that branding is more than just your colors. It's more than just your logo, your tagline, your font. All of those things are important. Yes, absolutely. Define those things, document them, so that way you can refer to them later. You can even create a brand board that has these things, that has your colors, your fonts, the way your style is. You can have those things, but also you need to know your mission, your vision. You need to know your unique selling points. You need to know your brand persona, your brand archetype, those things. And I do have a branding checklist. Visit misswin.gumroad.com to check those out. It's a free download, right? So you're going to need to define your author brand. Knowing your author brand is going to help you have a better understanding of what it is that you can offer your audience. So that's number two. Number three is going to be understanding your genre and your niche. You guys, a lot of this is going to require research and homework on your part. But it's the weekend. It's the weekend. Happy Friday. If I didn't tell you that yet, happy Friday. You've got some homework to do this weekend if you want to be a better author and have some free time. So this weekend, I want you to do some research on your genre and on your niche. And you might be looking at this like, Aurelia, I'm not yet an author yet. Ooh, even better. If you're not even an author yet, that's great. This is a good place to start. Learn what genre you want to be a part of. There's so many. I already have a video on YouTube right now that tells you all of the genres that are out there. Check it out. It's up right now. And do your homework. When you have an understanding of your genre and of your niche, then you can be able to identify gaps and angles within your genre. What are people asking for? What are readers looking for? Right now, we're in an age where readers are looking for more diversity. And so this is huge for people of color to step up and get out there and publish books. People are looking for you. Readers are looking for you. But you have to understand your genre. When you do not, it shows. It really shows. And so make sure that you study the conventions and the expectations of your genre. I was going to say, contrary to popular belief, the book publishing industry, however you publish, there are standards, right? Just like any other industry, there are standards. So understanding your genre and your niche and understanding what those standards are is going to put you in line to help you define what it is that you have to offer. Number 4, communicating your value to readers, right? So your value proposition is what we call it in the entrepreneurial world. That's the term. If you are taking notes, write that down. Understand your value proposition. Craft a clear and concise value proposition that highlights what makes you unique, right? So that was step number 1. That was the first thing that I said when we got started. For those of you that are just tuning in, is to define what makes you unique. Define your strengths and your talents. And then you're going to want to circle back to that and communicate that to your readers, right? So you can use the formula, I help children's book readers, or I help parents achieve, desired outcome by unique approach. So I help target audience achieve their desired outcome by this unique approach. Okay. And that's your value proposition. You can start there. You can also create a elevator pitch. So you want to develop a compelling elevator pitch for your books. So write and practice a short and engaging summary of your book that can be delivered in under 1 minute, right? And so this will also help you when you are preparing for author interviews. Okay, so one of the things that I do at Win Publications, as well as Renaissance Reads, is host author interviews. I call them virtual book signings, okay? And one of the questions that I ask is, tell us about your book. Now, some authors will give me a long story, and that's great. And then some authors will give me their elevator pitch, or they'll give me their value proposition. And I'm like, that's cool too. How wonderful would it be for you to give a compelling elevator pitch that makes someone want to read your book? How cool would it be to, every opportunity that you get to talk about your book, you're armed and you're ready to go. You're ready to, persuade people to read your book by having your value proposition ready to go, by having your elevator pitch ready to go. Do that this weekend. Get this juicy goodness done, and prepare. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And then number 5, creating a compelling author bio and backstory, right? So in a previous video, we've covered this, but if you're new here, go ahead and check out some of these previous videos that I'm talking about. Creating a compelling author bio and backstory. What's your story? Include your writing achievements, your background, and your unique journey. Those things are important. Those things help define your credibility. And it also can give you the opportunity to relate to your readers. So you're going to want to do that. And all of these different things that I'm mentioning, these 10 different aspects will help you create different offers for your reader, right? So far we've talked about identifying your unique strengths and talents. What are you good at? We've talked about understanding your genre and niche. We've talked about defining your author brand. And then we've talked about communicating your value to readers, as well as creating compelling author bio and backstory. When you take time to address each of these areas, it's like putting down puzzle pieces, right? And connecting them. Boom, this is a piece. Once I get this done, I can move on to this piece. And then I can put this piece, right? And all together, when you have all of these pieces together, which we've only gone over 5, I'll give you 5 more. Once you got these pieces down, then you'll be able to say, okay, now that I've got the parts, now I can look at the whole thing and say, boom, this is who I am. This is what I have going on. And from this, I can then create other offers, right? From this, I then can start building my email list, because I can now offer, I can understand how by offering a excerpt from my book, whether it be a chapter, a couple of chapters, like I mentioned a couple days ago when we were talking about email lists for authors, you'll understand how you can offer that and how that fits into the bigger picture, right? Okay. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's keep going. Number 6, highlighting your unique storytelling style, right? So let's circle back to that. Earlier, we said, what is your unique talent? What is your strength? Right? And so this might be something that you can ask specifically an editor. You can ask your beta readers. You can ask your family, whoever, someone that's going to tell you the truth about your writing. You can say, hey, and you want to make sure that you're asking someone who reads books, right? You don't want to just ask some random person and they don't read, they don't like to read, and they're although they're willing to read your book because it's you. No. You want to get someone who actually reads books, and you want to ask them, hey, can you highlight my unique storytelling style? And from there, you want to showcase examples, again, using excerpts. So let's say you identify your unique storytelling style. Then you want to go through your book, or you can ask your editor, hey, can you help me identify areas in my book where this unique writing style stood out to you? And then maybe you want to share those excerpts with your readers, right? And that's what you have to offer. You are offering a unique storytelling style, and you are sharing that with them, right? And so that's number 6. Number 7, showcasing your expertise and experience, okay? Leverage your background. Use your personal and professional experiences to enhance your storytelling, right? And you can also build an author platform that highlights your unique expertise, such as using a blog, guest post, or speak on topics related to your expertise. So again, what do you have to offer as an author? You are unique. You have certain strengths and talents. You have a special way of telling a story. Share those things. If this conversation has not been clear, I hope that has cleared some things up for you. Is you yourself are unique. And in this video so far, we have talked about ways to define that. We have talked about ways also to share that, okay? And then another way to share would be number 8, engaging with your readers authentically. Authentic interactions, right? Build genuine relationships with your readers through meaningful interaction. So that means responding to comments. That means participating in reader discussions and sharing personal updates, whether it be on your blog, here on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you're watching this from, right? In responding, okay, it means having a content strategy, which we talked about that. Okay, and so doing all of those things, engaging with your readers authentically, that's what you have to offer. You have to offer engagement, right? You have to offer ways for your readers to engage with you as well. Number 9, leveraging your unique value in book marketing, right? So marketing campaigns, develop marketing strategies that highlight your unique selling points. A way to do this is to create targeted campaigns that focus on the unique aspect of your book and brand. That circles us back to number 1, defining your unique strengths and talents and being able to share those, right? And you want to share successful examples. You want to share, successful experiences. Talk about the good things that you have experienced as an author and share that with your reader. Make it a part of your brand. Of course, you can share the bad times, but you also want to make sure that you're being authentic and true to yourself. I will insert a personal story here where there was a time where I wasn't as active. Like, I had kind of like, I was posting here and there. It wasn't really consistent. If you've been here for a minute, you know what I'm talking about. But during that time, it was like, your girl was going through it. And me being authentic does not mean me showing up as a hot mess. I'm not the one to like get on here and tell you how bad I'm doing. It's just not me. I tried to like make it make sense in my head. I tried to, tell myself like, people want to know what I'm going through. I'm not the one. I'm authentically for me. Like, if I'm being myself, I like to talk about the things that I've gone through after I've gone through them. I don't like to talk about it while I'm going through it, because what are you going to do? And so that's just how I think that's me being myself. And so that's what I say. Share the good things. Share with us how you have overcome. Or share with us the journey if you feel like it. And if that's who you are authentically, if you're the type of person that's like, you know what, I don't care, I can share the good and the bad and the ugly while I'm going through it, do that then. And that could be the thing that makes you unique. And then number 10, building a loyal reader community, right? Community building can be tough. It can take a while, but you have to start at some point, right? You have the capability to build a community as an author. And that's really, truly it. I hope that you found this video to be valuable. Let me go over the 10 things again. Number 1, identify your strengths. Reflect on what you do best in your writing. Gather feedback from beta readers and writing groups and editors. Number 2, understand your genre and your niche. Study your genre, standards and reader expectations. Number 3, define your brand. You can download the branding checklist from misswin.gumroad.com. 4, communicate your value. Craft a clear value proposition. 5, create a compelling bio. 6, highlight your storytelling style. 7, showcase your expertise. 8, engage authentically. 9, leverage your value in the market. Develop targeted marketing campaigns. Study and adapt successful marketing strategies. And what did I say? 8, engage authentically. 9, leverage your value in marketing. And 10, build a reader community. Using these steps, you'll be prepared to deliver a valuable and engaging offers to your readers, right? And so I hope that made sense for you. If not, let me know. Let me know how this resonated with you and what you would like to see in the next video. I will be back again on Tuesday at a different time. I will be back Tuesday at 3 p.m. EST. And so I will see you then. Until then, have a great week and get to work. We got work to do, authors. All right. I'll see you on Tuesday. Yep.